If you are unfamiliar with Zak Bagans, he is the main investigator featured on the television show Ghost Adventures on the Travel Channel. Originally starting as a documentary in 2004 on the Sci-Fi Channel, the show eventually found its home on the Travel Channel. Additionally, Zak Bagans has established his own museum in Las Vegas. My introduction to Zak Bagans came through his numerous live specials. One particular Halloween special caught my attention, where he planned to open the Dybbuk box. However, prior to the actual opening, much of the events seemed exaggerated and staged. For instance, they had a supposed witch enter a room, but she appeared more like an actress they had brought in. Furthermore, when they finally opened the box, one of them began to behave erratically, but it appeared more like a performance to me. Nevertheless, it is important to remember that just because something appears fake or staged, it does not necessarily mean that it is. I embarked on a journey to understand the principles governing the supernatural realm, only to discover that he had violated these very rules. Specifically, he had transgressed the rules of attraction. Subsequently, I conducted thorough research and stumbled upon numerous accounts suggesting that he or someone associated with the show had fabricated certain incidents to boost ratings. It appears that in many episodes I have witnessed, he endures injuries or encounters attacks from otherworldly entities or spirits. One of the recurring transgressions involves daring spirits to perform certain actions. It is crucial to comprehend that taunting or daring spirits is highly ill-advised. The rationale behind this cautionary advice lies in the fact that by doing so, one grants them permission to act. Yet spirits are inherently unpredictable and capable of executing any action at any given moment. Consequently, if an individual were to instruct a spirit to push them, the spirit would interpret it as an open invitation to push the person whenever it pleases. In addition to attracting negative entities and disregarding the rules, the reason I can confidently identify him as a fraud is due to the testimonies of individuals who were involved in the production of the show. Aaron, a former member of the show, revealed that the producers would occasionally manipulate the evidence. Furthermore, he disclosed that they would instruct them on how to react to certain occurrences. This kind of manipulation is a common practice in reality television, to the extent that certain scenes would even be reshot. Aaron's decision to come forward resulted in his dismissal from the show. There was a particular incident where someone claimed that their EMF meter or spirit box was knocked out of their hand, but it later emerged that they had actually thrown the meter themselves. Zak himself even alleges that he was possessed by an evil spirit, yet there is no concrete evidence to support this claim. I am not suggesting that he couldn't have had some sort of attachment, but if someone truly experienced possession, there would be tangible proof of such an occurrence. There are also exaggerated claims made during the interviews on the sites that lack evidence on the show. It is uncertain whether these claims in the interview were true or not, but they appeared to be more sensationalized than real-life events. If the show was fabricating things and had these sensational claims in the interview, couldn't they align the show with those claims? I'm mentioning all of this to highlight that people are likely embellishing their stories to be featured on the show or enhancing them specifically for the show. Many viewers of the show express the belief that Zak and his crew act or overreact for the sake of the show. Some of the most skeptical viewers even suggest that they are watching an excessively produced show with poor acting. I have previously mentioned that I also perceive some acting taking place. Although there is no script, it does not mean that people won't act or that shows won't heavily manipulate certain scenes, if not the entire show. I trust that I haven't spoiled the show for anyone. My intention behind sharing this story was to ensure that people don't misconstrue Zak's investigative methods as the norm in real investigations.
Multiple questions regarding whether or not you believe that you have been limited or blocked from appearing on Travel Channel.
In my opinion, I do believe I was blocked from the network and continuing my shows specifically because of one host who I used to work with. And the reason I know this is because several executives I spoke to at the network said, I can't come to that network as long as he's there. And also, years later, speaking to Dakota, who finally spoke out about it and confirmed it for me, that yes, when he was filming with this one host at a location, this host came into the room bragging, laughing, saying, ha ha ha, Nick's never going to work in America again because I gave the network an ultimatum to choose him or me. So now, having that confirmation, this is the reason I'm speaking out today about it, because finally someone has the guts to talk about it publicly.